Oh, I think it's working. We are live once again, folks, on a Friday this time. It's a Wheelchair Wednesday, but it is Friday. I'm trying to get a hold of this guy. We had some stuff going on. Wednesday wasn't working, so we're going to do it anyway on a Friday. Dude comes all the way from Mississippi. And we're going to talk to him just like we talk to everybody else that comes on the show. See what's going on. See, about his injury, how he got it, all that good stuff. So before we get to that, we got to hit the intro. And we'll go ahead and introduce him. Welcome to Wheelchair Wednesday.
You know what, man?
All right, everybody, let's welcome Mr. Ricky Evans. What's going on, buddy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, it's good to have you on, man. Before we get into anything crazy, let's go ahead and just introduce yourself. Tell people who you are, where you're from, and then how you got injured.
Well, like you just said, my name is Ricky Evans, but you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Dude in the Wheelchair. You can type in Dude in the Wheelchair.
Dude in the Wheelchair.
All that shit gonna pop up. But yeah, I was in a car accident back in 1991 that left me paralyzed. I don't know how I can't explain how my situation is. Like my doctor was saying, it happened to 9 out of 10 people. Like usually when you get paralyzed, your spinal cord breaks or whatnot.
Yeah.
Mine's just stretched. You know what I'm saying? So I still got feelings in my legs and whatnot, but I just can't walk on it. But I've been in it since 91. So
1991, been down for a while.
Since 1991. I had 2 kids since then,
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Living it up in Mississippi.
I am from Mississippi. Yes, sir. Mississippi.
Nice.
Representing for the country boys.
Represent down south. Yeah. Hey, people are always nicer down south, man. I tell you, you go down south, everybody waves at you.
It's love down south. I promise you. We ain't got to worry about the gunshots, the train noise, and the beep beeps, all that. I don't think we listen to the birds, chirps, and the crickets.
Nice.
That's it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. I wouldn't trade it for that.
Heck yeah, I don't blame you. So my second question to you is, would you walk if you could? Now, what I mean by that is, if you could go back to 91 before this happened to you, and you could live your life a whole different way, that means that everything you've worked for now is gone. You'd have to restart everything. Would you do that, or would you keep it where you're at?
I would rather stay right where I'm at. I wouldn't want to change nothing because, to me, it's different. It's a different life. You know what I'm saying? It's different. I wouldn't want to change nothing, man, because I don't know. Once you get used to something, you know what I'm saying, a certain way or something, I don't know. I wouldn't want to change it because, like my partner said, I ain't never been handicapped though. So
Right.
Hey, right. So it just slowed me down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it kind of, it puts a perspective on life. It gives you a whole new outlook. You know what I mean? I mean, from the minute you wake up in the morning to the minute you go to bed.
But I'm gonna be honest though. Look, don't think the wheelchair won't get you in no trouble either. Because I have been to prison in the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? I done been to prison twice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just to be honest, it can slow you down, but at the same time, it can get you in trouble too. Cause
So let me ask you that though. I've wondered about that, like going to jail or prison in a wheelchair. Yeah. Now, what happens there? How does that work? Once they get you, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, they probably got to call a special ambulance or something for you to get in, put you in, get you in there. Then what?
They put your ass in the same cars, the same cells with everybody else. Now, once you get to prison, you got different camps, like handicap camps or whatnot.
Right.
But so
you got you got a disabled camp in prison. They don't put you in the regular. They put you in the disabled.
Right. They got disabled camp. Right.
See, I didn't know that.
You got motherfuckers in there with no arms and blind motherfuckers and shit like that.
Damn.
Yeah, real shit.
Damn. Well, there you go, guys. There's a fact that we've never came across on this show before. And one that,
Right,
you know, answered my question. So there we go. Learning something new every
Right.
time. Now, I just let you know this is a live show. I want to say thank you to all our live viewers. Everybody, if you do have a question for Ricky, let me know. Put it on the screen. If it's good enough to ask, I will ask it. And then at the end of the live show, what we're going to do is we're going to put all the links that you can find Ricky. So if he's on Instagram, whatever, Facebook, we're going to link him up, put him on there. Besides that, what about number 3? The question is dating or married. What do you think about that in a wheelchair? Like, what, how do you stand on that?
How do I stand on this? My fiance.
Oh, well, what's
Hi,
up?
everybody.
Howdy, how you
my
doing?
fiance. Yeah. Hey, it really ain't. The chair ain't stopping nothing. You know.
Right.
On my behalf, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, like I say, like in my position, you know, like I still got feelings or whatnot in my legs or whatnot. So, like I ain't got to wear like the urine bags or the diapers or nothing like that unless I choose to. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when I got to use the restroom, something like that. So like my situation is different, you know, than a lot of them. I see a lot of people that's in wheelchairs. You know, it's, you know what I'm saying? They wishing they was in my position because they got to wear the bags or they got a catheter every 3 hours or 2 hours or something like that.
Right.
You know, but so I take that as a blessing. You know, to be honest.
Yeah, I think most of it's really just a confidence thing. If you got confidence and you got enough game, you know what I mean? Like that shouldn't stop you at all.
That's it, man. That's it. It don't do more than the average, man. Yeah.
You know?
I still drive or whatnot. I've been driving over 20-something years. I drive with a golf stick, believe it or not.
With a what? With a golf stick? Like a golf club?
A golf club, a number 9. That's what I drive.
He said, damn those damn stupid ass. I'm gonna give me a golf club and a couple of
Man.
Nice.
Hey, I mean,
that's what you call a real stick shift.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta hit this one for that. There's a real stick shift on there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. What's your being in a wheelchair? You said since '91. What is what's your biggest pet peeves about being in a chair that you just can't stand? Like, what's the biggest thing?
What I can't stand, my biggest pet peeve was somebody trying to tell me how to do something in my chair. Or, you know what I'm saying, how they try to, you know, like if I'm trying to, for instance, get up on the curb or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And somebody trying to tell me how to do it that ain't in a chair. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't do that.
Like,
if I'm jumping out my chair, I might want to jump out. I might jump out the chair, out of my car and just jump out my chair.
Right.
They telling me to lock my chair up. Whatnot. I've been doing this over 20. I ain't gotta lock my chair. I know what, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I know what the hell I'm doing.
Somebody tell me how to. Yeah. That's my only pet peeve, man.
Yep, I understand that completely. Just a couple days, about a week ago, I had somebody try to tell me, well, if you go ahead and move your head here, just go ahead. You can. I'm like, well, how about you back fucking? Let me do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Or one of my other pet peeves is when this guy here, we at the casino or something, and he pushing me, and he got a beer in his hand, and he steady pointed down my back.
Hell no. Oh, that's gotta
steady
suck.
pointed down my back. No, we cool though, man. We this is my cousin, this is my guy. He get me out a lot, you know what I'm saying? He take me around, you know, and we get in a lot, like I said, you know.
Nice.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Having a road home, you know what I mean? Having some close people, that's a big that's a big confidence booster too. It keeps you sane, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Next question for
you. They motivate me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they
oh, for sure.
They keep me motivated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But on the real though, he's the real motivation though. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, he's never considered himself quote unquote like handicapped.
Right.
And we've never looked at him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We still see the same guy that we saw towering above us, terrorizing us when we were younger, you know what I'm saying? We still see that same person.
Right,
you know?
right.
Oh, yeah. Well, shout out to y'all. Give you guys one of these. Throw that out there.
I don't see him do some shit. that most people like myself can't do.
Right.
Or find it difficult. You know?
Yep. Next question for you is, what is something that you wish you could do now? It's funny that you said that, because something that you wish you could do now that you can no longer do that you could do before.
Man, the only thing I wish I can do now that I couldn't do before is work. For like toward a real job. I be seeing a lot of guys that's able-bodied around here that don't want to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That don't want to work. That's the only thing that I would, you know what I'm saying, a job, you know what I'm saying, to work, you know what I'm saying, instead of just waiting on the SSI every month, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
To be able to get out here and not just wait for nobody else, you know what I'm saying? If you're able-bodied, you able to, you know. I'm not saying you can't do it in the wheelchair, but it's just more, you know, you can do it more if you're able. You can get out here and pick cans up. That's a hustle,
for sure. You can do, you can do. I mean, you can do a lot more. You can still do the same type of stuff, but you can't do everything.
Right.
You can't do everything. You ain't getting up on no
Right.
roof putting in no shingles. You ain't getting up, you know what I mean, like building no houses, and you ain't doing no big labor work like that. So I mean, I totally understand.
Exactly.
That. What's your pain like? You got any pain? What's your pain level like every day?
Really, the only time I really like have pain, I guess I'm getting old like the old folks. It's like when it rain or cloud up or whatnot.
Right. He said, I guess I'm getting old like the old folks. Hey, man, I hear that. Gets a storm coming in. Your knees start hurting. Yeah.
This is my medication, so I stay medicated. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's it.
Yep, me too. I just forgot to turn mine on. There we go. Put that on there.
Oh yeah.
What helped you the most after you were injured? Like when you was in the hospital and you was just starting to get used to your life, what was the biggest help in your life to get you kind of going in your new life?
Man, my biggest help, well, I'm going to say the biggest person in my life that helped me was my auntie. I got to be honest. My auntie, I got an auntie to stay in Memphis. I was at the Med, but I had an auntie that was there every day. I mean, she was on the doctor's ass, she was on the nurse's ass,
nice,
or whatnot. Like every day, she was there. So she motivated me to, you know what I'm saying, gain strength to, like, come back to, you know, back to reality, back to life. You know what I'm saying? She was there every day to make sure I was straight. Right. So I had to show her that I was straight. You know what I'm saying? And like still to the day, my mama done passed, rest in peace, mama. But she's my auntie, which is my mama's older sister. She still come down here to the day to make sure I'm straight. She still check on me. So
nice.
She was like she was my biggest motivator.
Yeah, and it's different with everybody. You know what I mean? That's why I asked that. Yeah, shout out, auntie.
Yeah.
Yep. Ricky. What is your, like, before your injury and after? What was your hobbies? What do you do like now to keep busy? Like, what's your biggest hobbies?
One of my biggest hobbies. Well, I was 16 when I was 16, so I really just didn't have no hobby. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, playing basketball or whatnot. That's how I was 16. You know,
regular 16-year-olds.
We riding. We were riding 4-wheelers and bikes. You know what I'm saying? Country boys. You know, jumping ditches and, you know, shit like that. Yeah.
What do you do now though? Like, what's your what do you do to pass the time? Yeah, you know I mean, like, keep busy.
Play on Facebook all day. Play on his phone all day.
Hey, at least you're honest.
Right. Hey, that's what I do all day. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, what I do all day. Play on his phone, smoke me one or something. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of the way of the police.
Stay out of trouble. Yep.
Stay out of trouble, man. That's it, bro.
For sure.
That's it.
What about travel? Are you a big traveler? You like going places? You ever been on airplanes? Anything like that?
Yeah, I've been on an airplane. I got an airplane. My first time was when I went to Gainesville, Florida, and that was going to job corps because I had quit school. That was my first time on a plane, but we pretty much take like a trip, probably like once a year. I think my last trip was, I think we went to Florida on a trip, which we just started trying to actually make a trip every year. You know what I'm saying? Make some memories. So
right.
Yeah.
You got, like, when you travel long distances, do you ever, like, hurt more than usual, or?
No, No, I don't hurt more than the usual. But like when I travel like that, that's when I have to start using the leg pads and stuff like that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because I don't want to be getting in and out the car or whatnot. Or if, it depends on who's in the car with me. If ain't nobody in the car but me and my girl or my family, I might not still use. I might just, grab a cup or something.
Right.
Because I don't really like using those. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I don't have no pain after not no long ride.
Right.
No other than a stiff back or something like that.
Yeah, my back. I mean, because I got
Only
these
problem,
two metal bars, so my shit
look,
gets real hurt.
the only problems I be having like mainly, it's like muscle spasms.
No, you get bad
Muscle
spasms.
Yeah, it's not bad. I would say like medium.
I'm gonna give you a
You know what I'm
tip.
saying? That's the only thing.
This is what and I'm not saying this. Don't take me quoted for everybody. You do whatever you want on your own side. I'm not telling anybody what to do or how to do it. I'm not a medical physician, and I'm not giving medical advice to anybody. But a week or so ago, I took some magic mushrooms, some penis envy mushrooms. My boy had some, right? Check this out. So my boy had some of these penis envy mushrooms.
You told me the same shit.
And he tried to give me a whole like 3 or 4 caps of them, right? I didn't want to take the whole cap. So I took the mushroom and I took about maybe 1.5 inches of the stem and I ate the stem. Well, about 20 minutes later, I like turned a certain way and my leg starts jumping. They just start going.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell? And then I look down and my stomach starts jumping and going. And so I kind of just had to lay back and chill, relax, let it calm down. And then any little movement I made, I noticed that they were jumping. Like my muscles were just going for it, like spasming really, and it wouldn't stop.
That was the first time
That was the first time doing it while I was in a chair. I've done them before, you know what I mean? But just when I was paralyzed, this was the first time doing it. So, but check this out. So I laid in bed and let the spasms go away. For 2 weeks after that, I had no spasms at all. Not one. And I was loose as hell. I could do my stretches, everything real good. Nothing was getting super hard on me. So I was thinking, I'm like, damn.
Somebody told me I need to try some.
Yeah, like maybe like a microdose. Doing like microdosing could probably help with the spasm, especially if he was getting ready to take a car ride, maybe like the day before, do a little microdose, you know what I mean, and then see how that worked. But I mean, it's probably different for everybody. But you know what I mean, there got to be something to it.
You're right. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I want to see somebody go through
it all the time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, every time. Hey, at times I think he about to jump up out this motherfucker.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Try some of those, and you ain't got to necessarily try the raw shrooms. I mean, you can buy candy bars and shit online now. You know what I mean? That got all the stuff in it. You just follow the instructions. You know what I mean? Check that out. All right, man. Last question of the day that I got for you is, what is the best piece of advice that you can give to somebody right now that is newly injured? Just laying in that bed, watching the TV, trying to look for some kind of advice. What would you tell that person?
Man, advice I can give them, man, is not to get in your feelings and feel sorry for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't over, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the second. You know what I'm saying? That's it's a second chance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It could have been over. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what caused your accident or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But you yourself can be a big motivator to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you just can't let yourself. Now we all know we in wheelchair. We can make people feel sorry for us if we want.
Oh yeah, you can play that card all day long.
Or we can, you know what I'm saying? Or we can make a motherfucker, like you just said, look up to us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I try to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting it get down.
No. Nope.
Studio there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been in the studio and everything. We don't drop raps and all types of shit. Now that's one of my hobbies right there.
Hey, you gotta send me some of that. Send me some of your music. I'll play that shit when we do podcasts. I'll put that shit on.
As soon as that sounds all right. Yeah, I do that as soon as we get off. I do that.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it, Ricky. Thanks for coming on. If anybody else, you guys are watching this, you want to come on and join up and take some questions like Ricky did, hit me up in the comments. Send me a message on Facebook, Wheelchair Rick, RIC. And we'll go from there. Now, besides that, I gotta say, Ricky, stay with me. Everybody else, we'll see you next time. Peace.